The place is different, but the many faces of Charles Barkley are still the same. Even a 14-game winning streak has not changed the emotional Sir Charles one bit. But Barkley is not the only one responsible for the league's best record in Phoenix's perfect December. This deep and talented team just got much deeper now that Kevin Johnson is back in the picture. And this is a very confident group heading into the new year. In San Antonio, John Lucas's new energy has produced 4 quick victories and has the Spurs truly believing they can stand tall out west. The Suns go for 15 straight against David Robinson in Texas. Next. TNT brings in the new year in San Antonio, Texas, home of the Alamo, and about a half a mile away, a sold-out Hemisphere Arena to see 2 of the hottest teams in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns and the San Antonio Spurs. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Ron Thulin. Glad to be with us tonight for this special Sunday night edition of the NBA on TNT. The Phoenix Suns, the hottest team in the NBA. They've won 16 of the last 17, including 14 in a row in the month of December. Joining me tonight, my broadcast partner, Hubie Brown. Happy New Year. Charles Barkley. The numbers are up this year, but this team is more than Charles Barkley.
It's a very, very talent-rich basketball team, Ron. They give you any style of play. Power, three-point play, run up and down. Now, in the streak, 12-point differential means they're leading the league in scoring, 114 a game. They're playing both ends of the floor. The biggest improvement in Phoenix over the last 4 seasons is the rebounding, and most of all, the offensive rebounding. When you shoot right around 50% and get 16 offensive boards, you are causing people to foul you. They get on the foul line, and they break you down. But to me, their bench is sensational. 2 All-Stars, Ainge and Chambers, giving you 12 points and 13 points. But then the new jewel in the puzzle is Rich Dumas at giving you 15 points in only 21 minutes of play. That's outstanding.
They're expecting great things from him. Now the San Antonio Spurs, they won 5 of 6, 4-1 with John Lucas, and his changes are beginning to take effect.
Yeah, they've cut down the minutes of some of their players, but the biggest change is the fact that they've added 5 new sets to take advantage of David Robinson on the move, Dale Ellis, and also Sean Elliott. Now, there's a structured fast break. They are running many options off a make or a miss. Then defensively, you'll see them extend their defense down the floor, full quarter court, 3/4 court, and half court traps. And let's remember one thing. With Cummings and Anderson on the injured list, only 3 of these players were here last year at playoff time.
That's amazing. Only 2 teams, by the way, have had better months of December than the Phoenix Suns. The 59-60 Celtics and the 71-72 Lakers, and both went on to win NBA titles. Up next, Ernie in Atlanta, then the tip in San Antonio.
The Suns and Spurs coming right up on TNT. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. In Boston tonight, the Celtics are playing, but I'm sure it's tough for them to concentrate on the Clippers because longtime broadcaster Johnny Most died today. It was a heart attack. He was 69 years old. Johnny Most had a variety of health problems in recent years, but for nearly 40 years, it was his vibrant, colorful, descriptive play-by-play that made Celtic fans feel like they were sitting courtside. Tonight, Johnny Most was remembered at Boston Garden.
It is with great sadness that the Celtics family learned of the passing this afternoon of Celtics legend Johnny Most. For 37 years, from high above courtside, Johnny told us all of the exploits of the team he loved so much. His unique partisan style and gravelly voice are known throughout the world and are instantly identified with Celtics pride. Johnny was a Celtic as much as any player who ever wore the green and white. He will be sorely missed. Please join us now for a moment of silence to honor the memory of Johnny Most.
Greer's putting the ball in play. He gets it out deep, and Havlicek steals it over to Stan Jones. Havlicek stole the ball. It's all over. It's all over. Johnny Havlicek is being mobbed by the fans. Johnny Havlicek stole the ball.
The Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, Texas, the Phoenix Suns have won 4 straight over the Spurs, including a 3-0 sweep in the playoffs last year. As we take a look at tonight's Jeep Eagles starting lineups, and there's some interesting matchups, Hubie.
Yeah, I think that Reed is going to have a very difficult time with Barkley, but they can come with Antoine Carr. In the backcourt, the Marley-Ellis battle is going to be a good one. Can Ellis keep up with Marley? Can Marley get the job done and prevent Ellis from hitting the threes?
And the coaching staff's 42-year-old Paul Westphal, a graduate of Southern Cal, of course, had some great years in Phoenix and also at the Boston Celtics in his first season. He says he's living in a dream. He goes, how can I not like what I'm doing? I'm 21-4. And on the other side of the floor at 4-1, 39-year-old John Lucas took over December 18th for Jerry Tarkanian, and he's a man who is enjoying his role as a friend, coach, counselor, and just about everything. And he's added quite a air of expectancy here in San Antonio. Lee Jones, Joe Forte, and Tommy Woods will be the officials tonight. The first of 8 Sunday night games on TNT. We hope you tune in every Sunday night to watch the NBA. David Robinson will be jumping up center against Mark West.
We have 2 of the best three-point shooting teams in the league here tonight. San Antonio averages 10 a game. Phoenix 13 a game.
Charles Barkley will tip it over to Kevin Johnson. Now, Paul Westphal says that nobody can guard Kevin Johnson or Charles Barkley. Charles proves it.
See, the main thing tonight is that they've got to negate David Robinson coming on the double team. Now, that's the easiest way to do it. Power your way to the board.
Paul Westphal said the key for Phoenix is not having David Robinson dominate.
Nice.
And he does likewise.
That was a beautiful move. He caught West. Nice head fake, though, in order to go to the baseline. At this end of the floor, Phoenix is a very, very quick shooting team. That was definitely a foul by Elliott that time, hanging on Sabalas. Elliott will have his work cut out tonight, guarding Sabalas, and then Rich Dumas off the bench at that small forward position.
Last loss for Phoenix came on November 28th to Golden State. Barkley looks inside. What a pass. West can't complete the jam.
That's the key in this game. West must score, or his replacement, Miller.
Elliott, who has really flourished in John Lucas's offense, comes up short on the jumper.
When you play against Phoenix, you must get back quickly because they'll release Sabalas or Marley once the shot is taken.
Marley on top. Ellis moves on him as the shot clock inside of 10. Barkley faces up, walks with it, will go the other way.
Excellent call. Watch out, Charles. Big game on the road. He did move his pivot foot that time when he reversed the pivot.
Vinny Del Negro, who has seen his minutes go down in John Lucas's offense.
He just ran a stagger up the lane for Ellis. That's all right. You know it's there, though. That was a nice pass, a little bit too low for Ellis.
Barkley for 3. Doesn't get it. Barkley on the year shooting 52%. If you take away all the threes, it's 58%. Ellis.
Nice.
Elliott to Robinson, who has 4.
See, Elliott and Robinson are the 2 guys who can get the assists with this ball club. They both can put the ball down on the floor and make the pass. That allows the other people to spot up and just play their normal game.
There's West inside for 2, and as you said, Hubie, they need him to score.
Well, if you notice now, Barkley has beaten his man twice. Robinson double team. That time, KJ beat his man double team. West will be open. They will find him, but he must score.
San Antonio comes in at 14-12 on the year, 8-4 here in San Antonio. Of course, 4-1 under John Lucas, and last year at this time, they were 15-11, only 1 off what they are right now.
Yeah, but they didn't like the fact that they only won 47 games last year.
Exactly.
That's a major drop-off from the years previous.
Del Negro backs up on Kevin Johnson and drops the J.
San Antonio, the second toughest field goal shooting team in this league, behind New York. And why? Because David Robinson anchoring.
Kevin Johnson from the outside. Of course, he's only played, and this is his 8th game of the year out of the 25 that Phoenix has played. So his numbers are somewhat down.
See, Del Negro and Ellis are not going to beat you over the course of 48 minutes off the dribble, but that's what they both can do well. Shoot over the top of the defender.
J.R. Reed tracks down the loose ball. Elliott lets it fly from 20.
Elliott's game really blossoming this year. He's up from 16 points a year ago to 20, but he's playing with more freedom.
Last 5 games, he's averaged better than 24 points a game. Not too bad.
Well, you like it. He's such a nice young man, and you know he works very hard at his game.
West backing in on Robinson. Doesn't get it. Gets his own board. Puts it back up.
That is the major problem of the San Antonio Spurs. Defensive rebounding. If you're going to hurt them, you hurt them on the offensive glass. Nice move.
Nice move on Ceballos. But here comes Barkley, thundering Dan Marley.
How about that shot block by Mark West? That's why he's in there. He's the old pro. He's been in the league an awful long time. Always one of the quality shot blockers. Every ball club that he played with.
10th year pro out of Old Dominion. Second round pick back in '83 by the Dallas Mavericks. Here's the block inside, and we'll look at the bucket by Dan Marley.
You're going to see a very nice move here by Sean Ellie. He's by his man, but there's West. And then you always have to be careful. Marley and Ceballos release it. Whichever one of the two is closest to half court when the shot goes up, they will take off, putting pressure on you at the other end of the floor.
Foul was on West, his first personal. He's only fouled out of 1 ball game, although Paul Westphal knows that Mark West, I think, has played his entire career in foul trouble. Robinson gets them both. He has 6 for the ball game, and we're knotted up at 10. It's 7:55 in the first. Shot clock, 15, a lot of time left. Barkley just sizes up J.R. Reed.
He knows he has time. The best thing to do is take him off the dribble and back him down.
Patented Charles Barkley.
Why not? When Charlie gets closer to the basket, he always shoots over 52, 53%. You know that you can put that in there, and anytime he gets close, you get the chance of getting fouled.
Marley in the back pocket of Dale Ellis as Ellis wheels around through about 3 different picks. Marley knocks it out with 10 on the shot clock. I think Charlie Barkley made a nice comment. He says, with Phoenix, I don't have to beat Charles Barkley every night. That was a very interesting comment.
Well, that's because they only have 5 guys who played in all-star games. Come on. There's a little bit of talent here.
Oh, just a touch. Knocked out, 4 on the shot clock. San Antonio looking a little confused offensively.
I like the defense of Phoenix early. Anytime you go down the middle, brother, they're right in there, making you like that right there. That was a bad pass.
Ellis almost made it. Elliott cleans up a near disaster.
You know, San Antonio, one of the lowest offensive rebounding teams in our league, you know, are looking pretty good tonight.
Not bad. West inside strong over David Robinson.
A little lefty whirlwind, baby.
Goodness.
Oh,
over Big David, too.
now remember, that's his 3rd shot. He's going to be getting layups because David is concerned about helping everyone else out. You can't be the leading shot blocker second in this league without leaving your man.
David using the left hand with a hook. David has had to help out a lot this year. He's already fouled out of 3 ball games compared to 2 all of last year. Ceballos inside with his first 2.
See, it puts a premium on your guards to come back in there and help you on the boards. And right now at the defensive end, we're not seeing that tonight.
Ceballos giving him a lot of room. Elliott, oh! That jam won't go on the bread.
Yeah, but how about this? 4 on 2. See, you can't. When you play the Phoenix Suns, you cannot get in a hassle with the referees. Feel sorry for yourself if you missed an easy shot because they're out running, baby. All 5 guys can motor.
Robinson from the outside, and David Robinson is hitting, but all of them are outside of 7-8 feet. David with 10 of San Antonio's 16 points. Barkley doesn't get it. John Lucas wanted his team to run, but he says we're going to pick and choose when we run because he still doesn't feel the Spurs are in shape. Reed fakes once.
That was a perfect pivot pass by Del Negro. He caught Reed moving because he just pinned Barkley on his back.
Kevin Johnson stops and hops a little bit short. Tied up at 18 inside of 5 minutes of the first quarter of San Antonio and Phoenix.
They're doing a nice job here, Ron, slowing the game down and getting good shots.
And Vinny Del Negro is not afraid to take Kevin Johnson down low.
Hey, Vinny's shooting 54%. And like I said, he can shoot over the top of Kevin Johnson. That's there.
Vinny picks up the foul. That is his first personal. San Antonio puts on a 6-0 run, and with 4:37 left in the first, they've taken the lead at 20-18. We'll be back. Spurs by 2, still in the first quarter. You know, San Antonio is known as a tough team. Phoenix, however, was not known as a tough team, at least up until Charles Barkley came aboard, especially if you talk to Charles about it.
I believe if you got talent and you compete every night, you can steal some games. That's what we've done so far this year. That's our goal. We want people to say, hey, when you go play the Phoenix Suns, they're not soft anymore. They compete every night. And that's what me and Danny bring to this team. And he deserves just as much credit as I do.
Ernie Johnson will have a one-on-one interview with Charles Barkley coming up on our Reebok halftime report.
I'd like to also make another comment there. They have 5 new faces, not just Barkley and Ainge, but when you add Rich Dumas and Oliver Miller, you've got some tough rookies who can really board for you. And then Frankie Johnson, a 33-year-old guy who has been in the league for 8 years, is giving them solid leadership with that second unit. So they've added 5 key players.
Good ones, too.
Yeah, and remember, this team won 54 wins a year for 4 years.
Charles Barkley said that John Havlicek told him a long time ago that living in the sun makes you soft, picking up on being a tough team. Del Negro weaves through everybody.
I tell you, Vinny Del Negro is having a solid game. They're doing an excellent job down in there defensively. Remember what I told you now at the top. The Suns are second in field goal percentage against, behind the New York Knicks. They only have 44%. Not only do they have David Robinson, but they converge pretty good.
Marley rattles home the 3. He's shooting 39% from the arc this year. Spurs by 1 inside of 4 minutes.
I like the pace right here. They're doing a real fine job.
Marley had a hand all over Dale Ellis.
Not only can they post Robinson, they're showing you they can post Reed, Del Negro, and now Ellis.
Ceballos inside. Cedric Ceballos now with 4 on the evening, and ball goes out. Joe Forte will chase it down.
Anytime you play against the leading scoring team in the league, and Phoenix is at 1-4, you can never relax because they are fast breaking. As soon as you score, they're going.
We got a push on Dan Marley, who is shoving on Dale Ellis. We have our first substitutions of the game. Tom Chambers and Richard Dumas come in, giving Mark West and Cedric Ceballos a rest. And interesting, when they take Ceballos out, he runs off the court now, and a lot of people are saying that's because this man, Richard Dumas, has made quite an impression on the coaches, and he sees the minutes leaving him now.
Well, it's interesting what competition does, especially when everyone is throwing all the accolades on Dumas, but he's backing it up. See, this is pretty good down inside. They just try to repost Ellis again.
David loses the handle. We talk about Dumas. He was originally a draft pick, but was suspended for failing a drug test. Played in the CBA then, Hubie, a little in Israel. Played for John Lucas, as a matter of fact, in the USBL last year for the Miami Tropics during the summer.
The tempo right now is all San Antonio. They're getting a good job out of their half-court sets.
Showtime, folks. Kevin Johnson, the slam.
The Achilles heel for San Antonio, we said, is defensive rebounding. But their second major problem is getting back defensively. Del Negro and Ellis do not have good foot speed for guards in getting back in your transition defense.
Now it's Chambers on Robinson. David moves in the paint, uses the body.
David's got to go stronger than that on Chambers, because Chambers is giving away a number of inches.
Chambers standing just about 6'10". Of course, David at 7'1".
Oh, this is a mismatch. See, they clear out now. They can take Ellis off the dribble.
Chambers wide open, way short. Robinson the outlet to Elliott, and Kevin Johnson knocks it into the $200 seats. We've got a timeout. 2:12 left in the first quarter, and the Phoenix Suns have regained the lead by 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the most popular.
Show you a matchup problem with David Robinson matched up with Tom Chambers on the pick and roll. If they are going to trap that pick and roll, Chambers is going to be open in the right-hand corner. Now, once the pass is made, San Antonio must rotate quickly, or you must pray that Chambers is going to have a bad night.
You better pray a lot. Avery Johnson's checked into the lineup for the Spurs wearing jersey number 6, along with rookie free agent out of Houston, Sam Mack, with number 5, Lloyd Daniels at number 24, also in San Antonio.
Nice move.
Daniels inside, or Mack with the left hand. And John Lucas is very high on this free agent. He really believes that Sam Mack can be a player.
No, out of Houston, and he played at Iowa State, transferred to Houston, came out of junior college in Texas, Tyler Junior College.
Both he and Lloyd Daniels both have bullets remaining in their bodies, believe it or not, from unfortunate incidents. This is the unleaded team, I guess, or the leaded team for San Antonio.
You got to be careful now who you double with, because Lloyd Daniels can hit that 3.
Still a lot of time on the shot clock. Avery Johnson tries to force it. Here comes Kevin with Barkley on the left. Lloyd Daniels commits the foul.
Good foul.
Yes.
Good foul. They gave him 2 shots, but he fouled him before. Now, it would have been interesting to see. Now, right here, you see your point guard is caught down inside. Now, this is where Phoenix hurt you. He's down on the floor. They're going at the other end. Now, you might even have wanted to say Kevin should have given up the ball, forced Daniels to commit to the other side of the lane, and he would have received the ball back and had an open layup.
Phoenix's first free throw is good by Kevin Johnson, who's 82% on the year.
How about that stat right there? 20-plus points, 10 assists, 3 years. Now, that's just a staggering stat.
And he just missed the fourth. He was 19-7 at the end of the fourth.
That's right. And people are saying, do they really need KJ John? What are you kidding?
Oh, right.
If you're going to win the entire thing, you need KJ.
There was a comment made about a week ago about that. Yes, they need KJ.
J.R. Reed, very impressive here in San Antonio. He's giving them double figures, right around 12 points, and 8 rebounds.
Barkley inside with a monster slam and a pull-up to go along with it.
And that's the Charles we all love to watch play. He's got to stop throwing the fadeaway jumpers tonight and take Reed down inside and see what they can do. See if they can stop him.
Charlie with 6. Good ball movement. Daniels with a 3. Chambers pulls it down for the rebound.
Now, John Lucas made a good statement to us today, and that is, my second unit, I must be careful with them. Who can stop you defensively out there? And then, do I have enough scores when I have this 5 on the floor?
The scores right now would probably just be Lloyd Daniels and David Robinson. San Antonio should have the last shot. Barkley, good defensive effort by Charles Barkley. Dubas.
Right. Send that baby down.
Oh, hurt the rim, send it to the hospital.
How about Barkley, though? Looking for that. Oh, bad pass.
That was ugly. 2 mistakes by the rookie. John Lucas doesn't like it, and for good reason.
Well, naturally, you do not want the guy to try to throw a diagonal pass, because it must be pinpoint. Because if the ball carries on you, which that did, it goes out of bounds, and then you lose it back on the end line.
Barkley, with 1 second left, in and out, doesn't get it, and that's the way we'll end the first quarter. 12 minutes have been played at the Hemisphere Arena, and it was a good one, a high-scoring first. San Antonio trailing 31-28.
To show you Charles Barkley hustling defensively here as the clock is ticking down. He cuts off the lane, causing the forced turnover, and now you see Phoenix out here on a 2-on-0. Now they have scored 8 points on the break, and most of them are in that fashion.
And it is a 31-28 Phoenix lead. Antoine Carr on the bench for the San Antonio Spurs, nursing a sore shoulder and a knee problem. And John Lucas says, gee, I hope I don't have to play Antoine Carr tonight, but it looks like they may need him, especially for his board work.
But see, in the early going, they've been getting excellent production at J.R. Reed, and now they have Larry Smith in there.
No offense, but a lot of rebounding inside. Mack, the acrobatic move.
Ooh,
tries it again, doesn't get it. 0 for 2. Dumas out of the pack. Johnson to Chambers. Inside.
That's a smart veteran. Say Tommy faked the pass. A lot of guys would say Tommy passed the ball.
Yeah.
He faked the pass and just took Avery Johnson to the basket.
Now Danny Ainge checking into the lineup and working on Lloyd Daniels.
This is smart. He's go right over Ainge.
Kevin Johnson came over to help out as Oliver Miller, the rookie out of Arkansas. Gives it up to KJ with the shot and the hoop.
When Phoenix gets in the open floor, they all can dribble and break you down, but then they put added pressure because you must pick them up early because they have the green light to shoot the three or the distant jump shot.
Biggest lead of the ball game. Good timeout by John Lucas. He trails by 7. We'll be back. Our score with 11:03 in the second, and December was a month to remember for the Phoenix Suns. Not bad, Hubie.
No, you like it because 7 of the wins were on the road.
7th undefeated month in NBA history. Of course, the 3rd best December ever. Lakers and the Celtics ahead of them. Not bad. Well, the layups, the Spurs are 6 of 10. The Suns have had 13 layups. They've connected 12. Del Negro back into the lineup. Robinson has it slapped away. Larry Smith tracks it down.
Bad pass. Wow.
Phoenix looks really rattled offensively. Elliott with the 3 as the shot clock goes off.
They did everything wrong but kick it in.
I'm telling you. They just look totally discombobulated on offense, and they get a 3 out of it. And then David Robinson says, not today, KJ.
Yeah, KJ, he got popped on that one. But you lead the league in shot blocking last year. This year, you're right at 4. Now, just watch. See, he catches the hand. He got the ball, but he also caught his hand.
Johnson baseline. Shot clock inside of 10 as Ainge lets it fly. Chambers.
When teams shoot the 3, you know that the ball is going to be rebounded long.
Ainge again. This time the 3 finds the net. He is 43% on the year from the arc. Robinson, boy, all of his points are coming from the outside. He has 12.
Well, he's 5 for 6. What I'd like to see him do also is get down inside and make Chambers work. Make Chambers pick up some early fouls. You get your teams that you're shooting the penalty.
Now the Spurs running. Elliott on the left. Stops the J.
He loves the corners. A great corner shooter.
That 7-point lead is down to 2 with 9:33 left in the first half, or the first half. Miller over Robinson. Dumas with the left hand.
He's either way. He gets down in there, he'll take it up one way and switch hands on you. Big thing now we're saying, early going on, the second shots are hurting San Antonio. Plus, naturally, the transition fast break baskets.
Del Negro doesn't get the basket. KJ commits the foul. That is his first.
Well, KJ's saying, now wait a second. I get a little bump here. At the other end, I got bumped. I got nothing there, so why should it be here?
Help me. Clippers over Boston by 2. Of course, Ernie Johnson will have all the highlights coming up on the Reebok halftime report.
Now, Vinny Del Negro spent the last 2 seasons over in Italy. Was the MVP of the A division last year when his team won the championship. Averaged 26 points last year, 25 points the year before.
Kevin Johnson checks out. Dan Marley comes into the lineup. 4-point Phoenix lead inside of 9 minutes of the second quarter. Ainge looking for Miller. Robinson on his backside. Dumas. Little off balance on the shot. Smith throws it into the stands. Last touch by Tom Chambers. And Tom Chambers never touched it. I don't think he touched it.
Yeah, well, from this angle, I thought we had a bad angle on that. It was really hard to see whether or not. Oh, there it is. Ooh, baby. He can do that even off of a dribble round, 1 or 2 bounces.
He had to be 12 feet out there and took 1 step in. Robinson now with 14. Elliott, pretty good defensive player working on Dumas. Whistle, stepped out of bounds, turnover Phoenix.
Sean Elliott, very underrated defensive player. But did you see the quickness with Dumas? Very quick feet and quick hands. Now, this is going to be a tough night for Elliott in regards to energy, because you have Ceballos, then you have Dumas, two guys who are running, and they have the liberty to shoot and just take you off the dribble.
Now Elliott working on Dumas. Stopped away. Danny Ainge. Dumas on the left, Marley down the middle. Dumas again. Boy, he's quick. He has 6.
See, I like what Danny did. Danny got him the ball early, because now if the defensive player goes over and picks him up, you get the layup back with a nice, easy pass.
John Lucas gave Richard Dumas, who he knows so well, the ultimate compliment, said he has Dr. J ability. That's heavy duty. Paul Westphal calls him a dream team player. Del Negro with 5 on the shot clock. The running left-hander won't go. One shot. That's all San Antonio's been getting. But they've got the basketball, and J.R. Reed will quickly check back in the lineup.
I think we have to say that it's rather ugly right here.
Yeah. Well, you know, John Lucas said, he goes, of the games I've been here, the 5 games, he goes, we've been ugly. Luke, you're right.
But see, Phoenix is out on the break. They just do not hesitate.
Charles Barkley will come back into the lineup. Robinson, the big step, takes it strong to the hole, but we have a whistle and a foul as Charles Barkley will come back into the lineup for Phoenix.
Anytime that you have a mismatch, especially with Chambers trying to guard David Robinson, you must allow David Robinson to go to the hole, and you must allow him to post up and take his man. Now, right now, Paul Westphal sees that Robinson is attacking. Now they will move Oliver Miller on Robinson because Barkley's back in the game.
Well, at the conclusion of tonight's game, UB Brown and I will be selecting the Budweiser Player of the Game. Phoenix gives us a lot of candidates for that.
David gets to the line. He averages 9 foul shot attempts.
Here comes San Antonio again. Trailing by 3. Almost tied it up on a shot by Elliott. And Barkley tells everybody to settle down. He said that Phoenix last year played so much on emotion, Hubie, that, you know, after a big win, boy, they're bumping bellies. So we need to be a little more even keel throughout the year.
Well, that's a nice piece of advice.
Marley doesn't get it. Robinson taps it right back to Thunder and Dan. Dumas loses it. 3 on 3. Elliott working on Age. Ellis spotting up. Del Negro instead.
With Del Negro, Ellis, and Elliott, you have 3 excellent perimeter shooters. The Phoenix defense is getting caught down inside, helping out, opening up the perimeter J.
Oliver Miller, when he has the ball, you can sing "Here He Comes, North America." He gets the right-handed hook, though. But they do say he does work on his weight. 295 up. Robinson and Miller tangling it up. Ollie says, sorry, David.
Well, they were going to set up a pick and roll that time. Miller collided with Robinson. They were going to use Robinson as the screener. Now we have J.R. Reed entering the game. David Robinson going out. So the center with this unit out on the floor will be J.R. Reed.
Small lineup for the San Antonio Spurs, but John Lucas says, we're going to try to make teams do what we do.
Dale Ellis is one of the sweetest players ever to play in this league, coming off of the screen, making the catch, elevating and shooting without using a dribble. Range is not a factor.
No. Lucas wanted to get him started early, hasn't been able to. Barkley draws the foul from Larry Smith.
Now we have 2 tough guys right there.
Smith was named Mr. Mean in Golden State. People would come wearing hard hats as fan club.
Just watch the quickness now. Charles on the baseline move, but see, Larry's not going to let him get in there. He put the forearm right in the lower back.
Charles Barkley from Leeds, Alabama.
2 of the best players in the league getting to the foul line tonight. We have Barkley, who is averaging 9 a game, and David Robinson averaging 9. The only guy in the league attempting more, Karl Malone.
Dumas out. Kevin Johnson back into the lineup as we look at Charles Barkley's numbers. Scoring is up from last year. Last year, his string of 4 straight All-NBA first team was snapped. He made the second team.
Well, Charles made a good statement. You know, when you play with better players, your game gets better.
Exactly. Suns by 2, nearing the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Ellis was trying to go through a pick, and I think they're going to call it on Danny Ainge for grabbing Dale Ellis.
See, I like the strategy here. They're going to run Ellis down off the baseline, and Ellis is smart. If his man follows him, he's going to curl through. And if you don't give it to him, that will set up J.R. Reed low versus Oliver Miller.
Now Ainge has Ellis posted up on him. Dale just used his body effectively to drain his 6th point of the ballgame.
Hey, when he played in the SEC for Tennessee, he was Player of the Year twice. He was a forward who posted up all the time.
Now David Robinson up off the bench quickly. He'll check back in for San Antonio. Kevin Johnson fouled on the play. David Robinson comes back into the lineup.
Now, I have not seen Kevin Johnson since last season. That burst of quickness tonight. He seems to be laboring a little bit with the dribble. Now, is it fatigue? Now, we know that he has a hamstring, groin, stomach problems, okay? But he is laboring going past Del Negro when he's going to his right, and that's kind of surprising.
2 of 2 from the line. He has 8 points. Give him 9. 82% from the line.
I love to watch this guy play because he's such a scorer. You know that he'll take the big shot for you. He breaks defensive down. He makes the play. And he has a lot of fun playing the game.
And Paul Westphal said he was asking Kevin Johnson to do some different things this year, like not necessarily leading the break every time, to go ahead and be on the wing. And he says by cutting down some of Kevin's minutes, he gets a little more pestier on defense, and it's helped his overall game. Del Negro for 3, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Like we said earlier, you cannot relax because they have excellent three-point shooters here. Del Negro, Elliott, and then Lloyd Daniels. These guys will pick them up.
Kevin Johnson just taking it to the hole strong every time. San Antonio with a 1-point advantage. The foul was on David Robinson, his first. That'll send KJ back to the line.
Talking to Paul Westphal, he said, when you look at our team, Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson cannot be played one-on-one. They must be double-teamed. That means that the premium tonight is finding the free guy so that we will continue to get the easy, high-percentage baskets.
KJ's 2-year reign as an all-star was stopped last year. Don't be surprised if he ends up back there this year. 6 of 6 from the line. Kevin Johnson with 12. His season averages only 13, as you mentioned, the injury-plagued season so far for KJ. Robinson fakes left, goes right. San Antonio trailing by 1. Barkley will pull it up off the glass, doesn't get it. No basket anyway, no shot. He thought he was going to get it.
Yeah, Charles watching continuation.
J.R. Reed is whistled for the foul, his first. Yeah, Wiley will trigger it in.
With Phoenix, you have to be careful because the most dangerous guy with them is Marley as the out-of-bounds man.
Kevin Johnson as the shot clock nears the 10-second mark. 4:05 left in the second. Ainge way off balance, and he rolls it around.
What a tough shot.
What a great addition for the Phoenix Suns, Danny Ainge.
Well, Paul Westphal very surprised at the terrific addition that Ainge came into camp, and everything is there. The shot is there. The three-point shooting, the perimeter shooting. He loves Danny's total game.
Well, the rookie from Arkansas is not going to get that call in the NBA his first year. Miller whistled for his second personal foul.
Well, you know, any time that David goes to the basket down inside, Oliver Miller's at a major disadvantage here in reputation.
Just a touch. Let's see. Mark West was going to come in, but not yet. Robinson at the line. So far tonight, David Robinson. 3 of 4 from the line. And they get 3 of 5.
Paul Westphal rotating his 3 centers. Mark West, Oliver Miller, Tommy Chambers. They all give David Robinson a different look, and he's got 18 fouls to waste on this guy if he must.
Well, Robinson uncharacteristically missing both. Only 3 of 6 from the stripe, and the Suns hold on to that 3-point advantage here in the second.
Now, David is usually solid on the line. You know, he's a good 77% foul shooter.
Phoenix, 7 consecutive road wins, 1 shy of the club record. Beautiful play to Danny Ainge.
Great pass by Barkley. Right on the money.
Del Negro to Robinson. Another 15 on the way. Goes 13 and a half. They're going to give Barkley that shot. He doesn't take it. Ainge will. Doesn't go to the bank on that one. Del Negro running the break. 3 on 3. Elliott spotting up for the easy 2.
When you're making those perimeter J's, it's beautiful to watch.
Elliott now with 11 points for the game, 7 here in the second quarter, and there is a timeout. 2:47 left to be played in the half, and the Suns lead it by 3.
It's time now for you to be a star.
Stock halftime report. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta scores and highlights from tonight's action featuring the Clippers and the Celtics and the Lakers and the Bucks. Plus, Ernie will also have a one-on-one interview with Sir Charles. That's the Reebok halftime report coming up shortly. And speaking of His Highness,
just watch this beautiful pass. And, you know, everyone talks about Charles's points. He's having a great year, right at 26 a game, 13 rebounds. But they just don't talk about the 5 assists a game. And then there's another big stat, the bench.
Well, the bench, the Phoenix Suns outscoring their opponent's bench 652 to 450.
Yeah, but that's why at the top, you know, you have to say Ainge, Chambers, Dumont.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's really a very, very talented group of people.
Well, you bring a couple of all-stars, as you mentioned, off the bench. That doesn't hurt. Kevin Johnson directing the attack. Lob inside to West, who was hot early. Robinson get a piece of it, then he knocks it out.
Good call. How would you like to be coaching a team? You're shooting 61%, you're at home, and you're losing. You know what I mean?
You know, and John Lucas talking to him today, you know, he says, you know, I've got to get used to some of the games and so I can go to bed at 4 in the morning and not relive every game. And you looked at him and said, Luke, it doesn't end.
Yeah.
And I think
that never changes.
This is the stuff that keeps you up at night. Kevin Johnson from the outside, a little bit short. A lot of grunt and groan, and ends up with a hoop.
David Robinson had a good complaint. He's really mad. He's on the referee, Lee Jones, because Danny Ainge grabbed his arm, pulled it back, and went right over the top for that rebound.
Well, when Danny Ainge jobs higher than David Robinson, that's a dead giveaway.
Nice
the
play by
videotape.
Barkley.
Oh, David hustles back on defense.
See, he's mad, see? David is furious over the previous play. You see? Then at this end, Barkley anticipating shooting the gap. Okay, there's your T. It was just inevitable. All right, now here comes David. He knows that he can't shot block this, or Charles will put him through the basket. All right, he fouls him, but he just wanted to vent, you know, the exasperation at the official.
Well, David was whistled for the technical foul, which Danny Ainge made.
Now just watch to the right. You're going to see it here. You're going to see right there. See, his arm was pulled away. See, I thought it was Ainge, but it was West that did it. And he's very upset about that because, you know, his job, he's one of the best rebounders in the league, and he's trying to take care of business, and it cost him 2 points.
You don't see David getting upset very often. Barkley now shooting the foul shots. Charles with 8. David Robinson picking up his second personal foul. Charlie now 3 of 4 from the line. He has 9 points as we hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. It's an 8-point Phoenix lead. That is the biggest of the ball game.
Under 2 minutes, under 2.
Ellis has to get going. Doesn't get this one. Boy, Phoenix gets out. Marley running the court. Had a step on Dale Ellis. And then Marley cannot believe that it was last touched by him as the Suns on an 11-2 run. Charles Barkley looks over at us and goes, who touched it last? I just shook my head, Charlie. I don't know. have no idea. Don't ask me.
That was a very tough pass. That's like trying to thread a needle. Nice move.
Del Negro from the left side uses the right hand.
When he keeps his dribble going down the lane, he's been able to beat Kevin Johnson.
Age to
yes.
Barkley. Oh, baby.
West thought he had a layup.
Yeah.
West thought Barkley intercepted that pass and took it right in.
Mark doesn't get many shots. Robinson from the outside, hustling to get his own rebound.
Laying everything short.
Del Negro, they give him the three, and he's way short. And now Barkley telling him to settle down again. Inside of a minute.
Well, you're shooting the penalty. You're inside. You want to make it good because you're going to get 2 shots here. You get one up fairly soon. Opening up the floor right there for KJ.
Barkley for the three. It got about halfway down. And then Charlie fouls Del Negro. His first personal.
This is my first look at San Antonio. What I like this evening is the fact that they're getting the ball out and really trying to blow it up the floor. Del Negro has been doing an excellent job. David Robinson is making that pass 20 to 30 feet to the outlet people, and they are taking the ball up the floor and doing a very good job in making things happen. And John Lucas said, our transition offense is like the run and gun. We run and we read. And by that, you can see that when they take it down the middle, they're reading those spot-up guys really well. They're doing a terrific job.
Well, Vinny gets 1 of 2. He has 15 tonight. Kevin Johnson shaking and baking, draws the foul again. So Kevin Johnson, who already has 6 free throws, making them all, will go back for a couple of more.
See, in the last 2 minutes at both ends of the floor, we're seeing some very poor percentage shooting. You know, it's like we're shooting and we're giving ourselves, we're crossing our fingers, rubbing our little good luck charm. Nothing can go down here.
Phoenix 10 of 11 from the line. Kevin Johnson has mentioned a perfect 7 of 7.
See, both of these teams are not at the top of the league in foul shooting percentage. They both shoot right around 74%.
KJ gets them both. 14 points for Johnson. 10-second difference between the shot and the game clock. Elliott baseline hangs in the air. He does draw the foul. So the first quarter blew by quickly, but the second quarter we've spent a lot of time on the line.
When you play Kevin Johnson, Marley, and Ainge together, with Barkley at the big forward and West at the center, you know, there's a lot of pressure to guard Elliott because Elliott is so quick off the dribble. You can't lay off him. See that we're getting background music from KJ Johnson here because if you lay off him, he's taking that corner jumper right in your face.
Well, now San Antonio, we talked about the free throw shooting. They are now 5 of 11 from the line. Elliott will get another. He has 11 points. Got them both. The lead is cut to 8. 2-second difference between the shot and the game clock.
Phoenix loves to open the floor for Kevin Johnson.
All Westfall up off the bench yelling instructions.
Well, how about this?
Dumas is just going to hold it.
See, they put Ainge back at three-point range.
Dumas takes it
there
inside.
It is.
Barkley cleans it up.
Why? David Robinson left him to go over for the shot clock.
Del Negro dribbling through a crowd, puts it up at the buzzer, does not get it. 24 minutes have been played, and the Phoenix Suns, riding a 14-game win streak, will go to the locker room with a 10-point advantage over San Antonio. Stay with us. The Reebok halftime report with Ernie Johnson is next.
24 minutes. The Suns, winners of 14 straight, lead the Spurs by 10. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta with the Reebok halftime report. There is sadness in Boston tonight and around the league for that matter because an NBA legend is gone. The Celtics play-by-play man for nearly 40 years, Johnny Most, died of a heart attack today at the age of 69. His voice was distinctive, his words colorful, his style was all his own.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird. Oh my, this place is going crazy. To the lane, to the right.
And he gets the pass. Goes into the lane. Jump pass back out to DJ. DJ throws up. It's gone! It's gone! And no time left! It's all over! Boston wins the all-important fourth game!
But Havlicek steals it over to Stan Jones. Havlicek stole the ball. It's all over. It's all over.
This is Johnny Most saying bye for now.
Charles Barkley is the personification of intensity, whether he's crashing the boards, trashing the refs, or flashing his outrageous persona for the whole world to see. Earlier this week, I went to Phoenix to go one-on-one with Sir Charles.
You know, I don't care if people like me or dislike me. You know when Charles Barkley comes to town, you know he's going to work hard for 4 to 8 minutes. That's all that I owe anybody.
Let's talk about the league in general. Season ends right now. Charles Barkley may be the MVP.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to end right now. I don't worry too much about that. My goal is not to win an MVP. My goal is to have a legitimate shot at winning a championship, and we have that.
So are there days when it's 70 degrees and it's sunny and you're on the golf course and the team is winning that you miss Philadelphia?
Oh, I miss Philadelphia a great deal. I think, you know, technically I only been here 2 months, and I spent 8 great years in Philadelphia. We lost 2 of those years, but the other 8, it was still 8 great years because they gave me an opportunity to come into the NBA. We had great teams in the beginning. Yeah, we struggled 2 years out of 8, but just 6 years we had great quality teams. We had a chance to win every night.
Now, earlier this season, the league fined you $5,000 because you ripped into Mike Mathis. The official said he wasn't good, said the league should have some guts and go after him, that he was out to get you and the Suns. You really feel that way? Was that the heat of the moment, or are you a target?
At that particular time, I felt like that, and I said it, and I stick by that. And just because they fined me, it's not about money. It's just that I felt like he was taking advantage of my team, and that's not fair.
Let's put together the all-Barkley team. Name the starting 5.
My team, just guys who you know gonna work every single night. My point guard would be probably Mark Price. Michael Jordan at the 2 guard. Center, I'd probably take Patrick Ewing. Power forward, I'd probably put myself there. And the small forward, maybe a guy like a Dennis Rodman.
So that'd be about the hardest working 5 you can think of.
Yeah, I go to war with them. It was kind of like a big fraternity. It's like you and 12 of your best friends just get together and just have so much fun.
Now, in '96.
No. Before you ask the question, no. I'll be retired in '96. Let somebody else enjoy.
No, who do you want to see making up the dream team in '96, or should there be a dream team in '96?
Well, college players can't win it because the foreign players are a lot better than people realize. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I have no problem with using college players. If those foreign countries can't use players who play in the NBA or players who play professional overseas, that's not fair.
Since it is that time for New Year's resolutions, Charles, what are they for 1993?
To be a better father, just to be a better person than I was in '92. Because you're always going to make mistakes. But the main thing, I just want to get better at everything in my life. Because you're never perfect, but you got to strive to be perfect, or you can't get better.
Charles Barkley. Tonight, he's got 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. The Suns with a 10-point lead over the Spurs in San Antonio. And coming up next on the Reebok Halftime Report, the Sunday night highlights. Let's get you caught up on the rest of the action in the NBA on this Sunday night. We will start at Boston Garden. The Celtics playing host to the Los Angeles Clippers. Second stop on a 6-game trip for the Clips. Somehow, Gary Grant gets this thing to go. How did it happen? We need to take another look. Number 23 looking like another pretty good number 23, and that thing falls. They got a 7-point lead. Reggie Lewis comes back for Boston. Pretty bit of remarkable stuff here, too. That one goes, cuts the lead to 4. And then it's Ala Abdelnaby, 17 points in the third period alone. Goes up and over Loy Vaught. gives the Celtics a 6-point lead, but in the fourth period, under 5 minutes to go, now they're tied at 99. Second period at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, and the Bucks, after a dreadful December, lead the Lakers 34-29. And later tonight, the Houston Rockets try to snap a 3-game losing streak when they play the Blazers in Portland. We've got a busy week ahead here on TNT, folks. Next time up, Tuesday night, Chicago Stadium. Michael Jordan leads the two-time champs against the Lakers. Chicago riding a 7-game winning streak. Friday night, Patrick Ewing, Shaquille O'Neal. Head-to-head as the Knicks and the Magic meet in Orlando. And a week from tonight, we'll stick with the Knicks as they host the Celtics at Madison Square Garden.
The Reebok Halftime Report has been brought to you by Reebok, who reminds you life is short. Play hard.
To San Antonio, Texas, the Hemisphere Arena, where the Phoenix Suns have the biggest lead of the ball game, and it is the current lead at 10 at 64-54. Along with UB Brown, I'm Ron Thulin. Like you said, John Lucas, your team's shooting 54%, and you're trailing by 10.
Yeah, but you missed 6 foul shots. You're getting killed on your defensive board. They're fast breaking at will. Now you got to make a decision. David Robinson has 4 rebounds and only 2 block shots. They have 14 second shot points. Big decision. Do you let him continue the way you're going? All right, now right now we're just going to show you the penetration. And here we go. On the kick out right now, this will be 2 of the 18 points that Phoenix scored out in the open floor. And then we're going to show you, watch David Robinson leave this man, come for the shot block. Barkley puts the ball back up. So to me, that's a major decision that John Lucas must make. You're going to see the fast break. You see the Suns are doing a good job there. They're killing them in second shots.
Now for the San Antonio Spurs, David Robinson, as you mentioned, 15 first half points. That was probably his strongest move of the first 24 minutes.
Yeah, I'd like to see him to continue to go to the basket with a lot more authority so that they will get the Suns in foul trouble. Now here's Del Negro going to the basket. He's having a terrific game. He's got 15 points and most of all, 9 assists.
Look at the field goal percentage, 54-55. Bench scoring, though, 20-2.
Wow.
Let's take a look at the bench. We mentioned it at the top of the show. Ainge, Chambers, and Dumas right now combined for 18 points. How about to go along with 9 rebounds?
And we say that they usually come in and give you 40 points. Now tonight, Oliver Miller is back. They're only rotating 9 guys in this ball game, and they're just for real. You know, people who kind of think that the Suns are going to go away, or that they're the only thing that can hold them back is serious injuries to either Barkley or to Kevin Johnson. They have all the necessary parts.
Well, Charles Barkley giving high five to Julie Five, the PR director for the Phoenix Suns. David Robinson did not even warm up after coming out of the locker room at halftime. He has 15 along with Del Negro. Elliott with 12. He just sat on the bench, and he is out now, ready to start the second half. David was 4 of 5 from the floor in the first quarter, only 2 of 6 in the second.
How about this for easy baskets? When 2 teams equal talent get together, the team that gets the most easy points wins. How about the fact the Suns are 18 for 22 on layups in the paint? That's incredible.
22 layups just to get that for one half of play. J.R. Reed being a little more assertive on offense, and they wanted Charles Barkley to work on defense, and finally we saw it.
And listen, I liked his game. J.R. Reed, he's playing extremely well tonight. He's rebounding, and he's going to the basket.
Well, Avery Johnson starting the second half in place of Vinny Del Negro. Marley pulls down the rebound. Now Del Negro was getting treatment on his leg prior to tonight's game.
So I want to make a point here. If David Robinson doesn't get every rebound, well, where are these other 4 guys? You know, I mean, he can't he can't possibly get 25 rebounds a game and then ask him to go double team. It's not going to happen. So the other 4 guys have got to come back in here. They've got to put the premium on their guards to come back in and rebound.
Avery Johnson backing up Kevin Johnson. Maybe he put a little speed into the lineup maybe with Avery. Avery, not known for his outside shot, doesn't get it.
Phoenix loves the high pick and rolls. They love that. They love the power game. And this is what they do best. Take you off the dribble and spot up.
Marley turns and shoots. Robinson, the rebound, the quick outlet to Avery Johnson. A little more pep offensively. Ellis, yes!
You know that Dale Ellis very seldom will take you off the dribble to the basket. So you almost can hug him defensively.
The lead is down to 6. Phoenix looking for their first point in the second half. Sabalos loses the handle. They have the basketball with 8 on the shot clock.
Sabalos and Dumas, their games are so much the same. Dumas more talented because of the fact that he elevates so quickly and loves to play in the paint.
Outside, knocked around into the hands of Dale Ellis, and he's going to be mugged by Cedric Sabalos. His first personal, first team here in the third quarter. Maybe John Lucas will go to his bench in the form of George Gervin, who's one of the assistant coaches now. That'd be a little instant offense with ice out there. Ten minutes left in the third. Phoenix yet to score in this quarter.
See, they're leaving Avery Johnson.
Elliott cans his second 3 of the ball game. Listen to the crowd. The lead is down to 3. 61 the score, 9:52 remaining to be played in the third. Vinny Del Negro is not starting the third because of a coach's decisions.
Well, you know, he's got 15 points and 9 rebounds, but the tempo of the game got away from them in the last 4 minutes of that second quarter. John Lucas right now says Avery Johnson, to me, is high energy off the bench. He probably wants a little better defense on Kevin Johnson off the dribble so that they do not break them down so easily. Because once again, I keep telling you that David Robinson cannot continue to double team all over the place, or Phoenix will have nothing but second shot easy basket.
There's the spin move. They try to help out on Barkley, and Phoenix still without a field goal here in the third. The roar you heard when we came back from the break is that Charles Barkley was getting into it a little bit with the mascot of San Antonio, Coyote, down the far end, and the official, Joe Forte, actually had to step between them. The Coyote does not look very big. You know, we know he doesn't have any brains. The guy swallows anvils. Let's take a look at the mascot. Here it is.
Well, first of all, what's the mascot doing out on the floor? You know, the mascot was out on the floor that time, right? You just can't have that. That doesn't belong out there.
Barkley gets them both. Charlie with 2 here in the second half. 15 for the ball game. So San Antonio's 7-0 run is stopped by a couple of free throws.
Paul Westphal with Avery Johnson in the game. They're going to use his man as the double team guy. Allow Avery Johnson to go. See, there he is right there. There's a double team. See, they'll give him that shot. They'll make Avery Johnson create something. And he did.
He did just that. Dale Ellis, 1 dribble, 1 step in his 4th point of the half.
Avery's key thing is break the people down, get the ball to the guys who can make the shot.
Avery telling me today he's playing with so much more confidence because he actually believes that John Lucas believes in him. They were teammates in Seattle. Lucas says he took Avery Johnson, the rookie, under his wing. The three-pointer will be off over the top. San Antonio has the basketball, trailing by 3.
Now, in my opinion, Elliott got a piece of that ball. It hit the rim, went over the backboard. Should be San Antonio ball underneath. You could hear it.
Good call. Phoenix now 0 for 6 in the third quarter as Danny Ainge taking off the sweats.
Now this is good 2-man basketball right here. See Avery Johnson go right through the lane. Avery Johnson cut right down the lane. They cut him off. No pass was made to him. So you can afford to leave him and keep double teaming David Robinson or whoever.
Mark West has whistled for his 3rd personal foul as Frank Johnson checks into the lineup. We're going to get our first look at Frank, number 3, the 9th-year pro out of Wake Forest. Played 3 years in Italy. Danny Ainge has also checked into the lineup.
Everyone that you speak with in regards to Frankie Johnson's contribution in the Suns management, everyone just loves what he's doing with the ball club. He's a real leader. He's fiery. Paul Westphal said he's an upbeat guy. He's always ready. You can put him in at any time, and he delivers for you. But then again, he's been in a lot of playoffs.
Yeah. Frank told me, he says, you can call me experienced, Ron, just don't call me old.
Hey, 33.
33.
For a guard, that's old in this league.
Yeah, that's right. They give Barkley the 17. That's a gimme. The first field goal of the second half for Phoenix comes at the 8:15 mark.
On today's NFL football, we did not see a better block put on two people than West just put on the two inside defenders.
He's got the body, and Ainge just shoves J.R. Reed into Phoenix's bench. Shot clock at 6. Johnson doesn't get it.
All right, now, you see the pressure's on John Lucas right now. See, they're taking advantage of this, right? They're not playing. They're double teaming. All right, they're coming right now. It'll be interesting to see who Lloyd Daniels will be coming into the game for.
There you see the score, 7:52 in the third. Phoenix led by 10 at intermission, in case you've just joined us. He's been spinning. This time Barkley just backs up. The basket goes, and the whistle.
Well, they're claiming Reed caught him on the elbow that time. See, Charles is showing you a total game down on the post. He's not just using the spin move. He's using the step back right there, and he just caught the foul. Charles has been showing a lot of moves. Steps into the middle for the hook, goes baseline with the spin move, and then also the reverse move where he's facing the basket.
Johnson in and Johnson out. Frank sits, Kevin stands. Replacement by Paul Westphal. Barkley 16, 6, and 4. He's a perfect 6 for 6 from the line. Make it 7 of 7.
The guys on the bench are really needling Frankie Johnson right now. They want to know whether he broke a sweat.
Yeah. Well, Frank told me, he says, you know, one game, he goes, Paul played me like 30 seconds. He goes, the next game, he goes, I played 20 minutes. He goes, I can't figure it out, but I love it. Robinson off the back of the backboard. J.R. Reed, it goes.
J.R. Reed has found a home here. The people love what he is doing in his short, his short stay. We said that he's averaging 11, right around 12 points a game, and he's getting him 8 rebounds. Now just watch, he's making himself felt right here. Going strong to the basket, and he's showing you the fact that he shoots well with either hand. He has the baby hook with the right hand and the left hand.
Well, Mark West has to sit down with his 4th personal foul as J.R. Reed, a member of the '88 Olympic team, completes the 3-point play. Reed now with 7. The lead is back to 3.
This interesting move now. Sean Elliott out on K.J. Johnson. They have Daniels up front with Ainge. And Ellis guarding Marley.
Long shots, long rebounds right into the hands of Barkley, who played it perfectly. Inside of 7 minutes for the ball game. Barkley faces the basket. The fall away. Oh, that's a highlight film.
Charles wanted a foul that time. Give J.R. Reed a lot of credit. He really muscled Charles out there to that 18-foot area. He's not backing away from him defensively.
What a shot by Charlie Barkley. Robinson, the double team, he's mugged. Danny Ainge will pick up the foul.
I'm going to give you Charles here. Now just watch. This is a good strong move. See, J.R. used the forearm with the left arm. Just a tough shot.
Beautiful. Ainge picks up his 2nd. Paul Westphal now up talking to the officials. That'll send David Robinson to the line. Paul Westphal coached at Southwestern College and Grand Canyon College. His only previous head coaching experience. Won a national title. NAIA national title while at Grand Canyon.
Well, he was Cotton Fitzsimmons' assistant for 4 years. They averaged 54 wins a year. They got to the West Coast Finals in the playoffs twice during that period of time. Plus, Paul was a 5-time All-Star player. Paul really has an excellent command for this game, a good feel.
4-time All-NBA. Shot clock, a lot of time at 12, but KJ will let it fly, and he rips the cord. Johnson now with 16 for the ball game. The lead back up to 5.
And this is what I like to see. Daniels 2-man game right now with David Robinson.
Robinson trying to take Chambers in strong. He does draw the foul.
That's there, Ron.
Right. Oh, yeah.
There is no way that Tommy Chambers can play behind David Robinson with all of the moves that David Robinson possesses.
So then the second quarter, look at
Sure,
it.
I mean, he can take him, see, but he cannot settle for the jump shot. In the second quarter, he went 2 for 6 because he kept settling for the fadeaway jump shot.
Robinson now 8 of 11. Well, let's take a look at tonight's GMC Truck scoreboard. One final to pass along. Our Boston Celtics a winner. Milwaukee leading the Lakers out as at intermission. And Houston will be in Portland. That'll get underway at 10 o'clock Eastern time in about 25 minutes.
San Antonio, make your foul shots, get back into transition defense and match up. Try not to give up the threes. Everything will be all right.
Robinson has made 6 straight from the line. Chambers regains it. Robinson says not today. Aims for 3. Robinson, the outlet to Elliott. Ellis looking for Reed down low. Pulls the trigger. The 3 won't find the net.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him go into Reed. Let Reed feel the ball, let you have confidence in him. You'll get it right back if they double team. The good matchup and a great move that John Lucas has made is Sean Elliott on K.J. Johnson so far in this quarter.
Barkley over Reed, in and out.
Sean Elliott doing it all.
I tell you,
rebounding, playing defense on K.J. Look at Charles. Charles showing you a little one-on-one defense.
Ellis over Marley. Short again. Here comes Marley. He's got Elliott to beat. Nice shot by Dan Marley.
Let me tell you, that's tough.
That is a tough shot. You're moving forward.
That's
Do
right.
you use the backboard or do you switch?
That's right. You're straight on that basket. That was a tough shot.
Well, John Lucas wants to talk about it. 4:54. The 10-point halftime lead has been cut to 5. We're at 77-72 with 4:54 left in the third.
Ernie Johnson in Atlanta got a dandy going on in San Antonio. To send you right back there in just a second. First, the story from Boston. Ala Abdel Nabi, career high 26 last Sunday night. Gets 23 tonight, 21 of those in the second half. He sparks the Celtics as they pull away late to beat the Clippers 120-112. Now back to Hemisphere. Ron Thulin and the coach.
Thank you very much, EJ. 77-72 is our score. John Lucas told us today, he goes, I like this game because we needed a test. We needed to see where we were, but I would have much rather have had it in February. He's getting the test tonight. Robinson to Daniels. Sweet pea, they call him. That's his first 2 of the ball game. John Lucas making an interesting point about Lloyd Daniels. Says he wants him to earn the minutes. He's not going to just give him minutes.
They want him to pick up on his concentration. That's the key.
And his defense. Dumas takes him to school easily.
See the long arms. Dumas, quick feet, big step, and long arms. Plus he can shoot with either hand.
The team makes for the Miami Tropics for the USBL. Lead back to 5, nearing 4 minutes. Kevin Johnson in Sean Elliott's back pocket. Robinson from the baseline. Second time he's hit it off the back of the backboard. Dumas. Showtime to Chambers.
Great pass by Dumas. A terrific move by Tommy Chambers.
The lead is 7. Robinson way out. Chambers comes out to him. A lot of standing around offensively now by the Spurs. J.R. Reed backing in Barkley. Not much movement down the other end.
No.
Whistle and a foul on Elliott.
See, they have to make a decision right now. They have to look at their offense down there and say, right now the Suns have no shot blockers on the floor. Just take them to the basket. Do not keep throwing up all of these long jump shots with plenty of time on the clock and then fade away power moves.
Marley to Barkley. Fakes the 3, takes 1 dribble, pulls it up from the baseline and tears the court in half. .24 now for Charles Barkley.
This is a terrific match defensively. KJ and Elliott have really been going after one another.
Daniels for 3, off the back of the iron. Ellis tries to tip it. Ball will belong to San Antonio. And a fresh 24.
You're coaching in this game, and you're coaching San Antonio. 4 out of your last 6 shots have been outside of 20 feet. Why? Because there's plenty of time on the shot clock.
And you've got one of the premier big men in the game. I don't understand that. Robinson inside. Oh, instead of dunking it, tries to go for the layup, and I think he may have got poked in the eye.
Yes, he did. In the left eye.
Foul was on Dumas. That is his first.
We're going to show it to you right here. Now, there was the double teams. Now, as this ball goes up, you'll see Robinson go right there, and there he gets popped from behind. He got hit that time in the eye by Dumas.
And David Robinson will go to the line. He has hit his last 6 free throws. He is 9 of 12 for the game from the line.
See, in this quarter, the San Antonio bench right now, 2 for 9 from the floor.
22 points now for David Robinson, but he only has 7 rebounds and 1 assist.
You've got to make it happen defensively. Get the people in the building back cheering strongly for you, but they have to see it coming out of the defensive end and then getting out on the break.
Chambers setting the pick on Elliott, who goes through it. Suns working around. Barkley,
nice
what a cut with the left hand.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. Because they really didn't want what they ran on the right-hand side. It was nothing but capitalizing. When they came back, they swung it, and they curled Barkley on a terrific move.
Barkley now with 26 for the ball game.
Look out.
Shot clock at 8. Daniels in the paint with the left hand. Barkley takes a piece of it. Fans wanted goaltending, won't get the call. Barkley for 3. Doesn't get it.
See, now just watch this right here. Watch Barkley right over the top. Now, if he was not open, they would have posted up right on that side of the floor. That's an excellent move. They've been using it quite a few times tonight, and you better be able to either switch, and if you cannot switch in that situation, you're at a major disadvantage.
J.R. Reed spins. We've got a whistle and a foul. And that'll be on Barkley, only his second personal foul. Fans like it. His third.
I like the strategy, Ron. You know, go down inside. Reed has shown you a strong game tonight. He's not getting many chances. The times that you are going to him, he's making something happen.
Herman J. Reed is the real name. He's 2 of 2 from the line, has 8 points. Last November, he hurt his back, you might remember, and missed 31 games, and some people feel that was the best thing that happened to J.R. Reed because he had a chance to sit and think about his career and where it wasn't going. But he's got new life here in San Antonio. The lead is 8. Spurs from the line much better this half, 10 of 11 in this quarter. Whistle and a foul. That'll be on Lloyd Daniels. His second personal.
Well, they take it on the side. That was only their 4th for the quarter. First inside of 2 minutes. There he is.
You mentioned it in the second quarter. Marley, the most dangerous man to bring in the ball.
If you see them play, you know that Marley is the guy. He'll throw it in, and he'll even step back and take a 3.
That's right. Ellis for the 3, won't get it. Reed strong inside with the left hand, won't go. Try it again, still won't go, but he doesn't draw the whistle. Good effort by J.R. Reed.
Main thing is the work ethic is there, that they're pounding the glass, and they're trying to make something happen. See, everyone, they got 3 guys in there right now. And there was the push, the low push right in the hip area. Chambers fouled at least 3 different guys there, okay? And Tommy turns around, looks at the referee and says, "Who, me?"
JR will go back.
He keeps pushing them down right at the waist level. Oh, my. You must make the foul shots if you're coming back.
Well, they're only 16 of 24 as Oliver Miller checks back into the lineup, and Dan Marley will sit down. Time JR gets the second. J.R. Reed now with 9 points for the ball game. Inside, Dumas, the little pump, and takes it off the glass. Sweet.
Oliver Miller just made a terrific pass off the dribble that time. And we're going to show it to you. Now just watch this pass. Look at that. A perfect feed. I asked Paul Westphal what he likes about Oliver Miller. He says, first of all, he's one of our most intelligent players. Number two, one of our best passers. And when he gets in shape and off the injuries, he will be on the floor for us in the last 6 to 8 minutes of every game. Because not only can he do that, he rebounds, blocks shots, and he can dribble the basketball.
And he takes up a lot of room.
Oh my, he's some size. You know, he's right around that 300 mark.
So he works on his weight. We've got a whistle and another foul. Every trip down the court, the whistle's blowing. Age picking up his third.
The Suns have been in the penalty 6 minutes ago.
Feels like yesterday.
And just think about it. How many times San Antonio has gone to the line? Very few. When you get that penalty, everyone on the floor must understand that the only time that you take the jump shot is if you are wide open or if the shot clock is going down. You work down inside. They have no shot blockers in there. Make them pay.
Elliott's first trip to the line here in the second half. He's now 2 of 3 for the game. 16 points now for Sean Elliott, and the 12-point advantage, which was the biggest of the ball game, now down to 11.
You just love this young man's game. He's playing 40 minutes a game. He's averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists at that small forward position. And tonight he's showing us that he can guard the point guards.
Now we're going to see a little pressure put on by San Antonio as Vinny Del Negro is checked back in the lineup.
I thought we would see more of this. They have a 2-2-1 zone press, but tonight this is the first time. I know they're concerned about that right there, the three-point shot against the trap.
David Robinson with the rebound, only his 8th of the ball game. Let's see if San Antonio can show a little more movement offensively.
He wants to take him.
Goes right by Dumas, has it knocked into the back support. New 24 on the shot clock. Or 12 seconds on the shot clock.
This is a quick group for Phoenix, and they get to the ball. That time, Elliott was past his man. 3 purple shirts right there.
Quick one. 11-point lead inside of 30 seconds of the third quarter. It was a 10-point advantage at halftime as J.R. Reed goes out. Dale Ellis comes in, obviously, for offensive purposes.
But John Lucas is looking for a possible 3 here because you have Chambers matched up with Ellis.
Elliott goes through
switch. They switch.
Elliott hangs up and the basket goes. With 17.4, and Antoine Carr is up off the bench, and that is what the crowd is yelling about.
Now this is just a great move. Sean taking it down inside. See, at 6'8", he handles the ball so well. He has an excellent release with the soft shot. He's a 50% shooter during the course. And Antoine Carr is a big favorite here. He's coming in. He's got tendonitis of the knee, but he also has a shoulder separation. John Lucas says he's only practiced with the team once since I've taken over.
Elliott completes the 3-point play, and that 11-point lead disappears down to 8. They call him the big dog, Antoine Carr. Dumas inside. What a play by Danny Ainge to Richard Dumas, who snuck behind everybody, and Dumas with 13.
It's time here now. You have 3 seconds.
Elliott a little short on the shot, and that is the way the third quarter is going to end. They started the third with a 10-point advantage, and they will complete the third with a 10-point advantage. 12 minutes to play at the Hemisphere Arena, and it's a 92-82 Phoenix lead. Fantastic week here on TNT. It all begins Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Lakers versus the Bulls. And TNT's NBA coverage continues on Friday night. The Knicks versus the Magic. That'll also get underway at 8 o'clock Eastern Time with Gary Bender and Hubie Brown. So tune your TVs to TNT Tuesday with Bob Neal and Doug Collins for the Lakers and the Bulls.
You see how consistent the Suns have been. The only quarter was the third where they just dropped off a little bit, but very consistent ball club.
Talked about the bench, the all-important bench. The Spurs bench just 2 of 10 for the ball game. The Suns 13 of 25. Miller doesn't get it. Here comes Avery Johnson. They trail it by 10. See how they can get back into it this first 5 minutes of the quarter. Avery Johnson. What a pass to David Robinson. It won't go, but he does draw the foul. That is what Avery Johnson is supposed to do, is get the ball to the big man.
Yeah, but you see, you're sacrificing the fact that he's not going to score for you. You see, he's going right down the middle here. Nice look by Antoine Carr. Good pass off that time, but tough shot angle for David Robinson.
Chambers picked up his 4th personal. Robinson's 15th trip to the line. He is 11 of 15.
You say if you're coming back, got to make the foul shot. If you're at home, you've got to make it happen for you. He said in that 3rd quarter, no field goals for David Robinson, but 8 for 8 from the foul line.
The numbers on David, 23 and 8. He's averaging 23 and 12. Give him one more for that. The long pass to Dumas. Elliott just stuck up his hands, and they're going to whistle. No, they're going to say the ball belongs to San Antonio. Elliott had no idea where Dumas was, I don't think, Huey.
And by the way, we said that with Oliver Miller jumping out of bounds, you can never relax. Even off of a make, they'll throw that long pass.
Antoine Carr, the follow away, and the net.
All through Antoine Carr's career, excellent post-up player. Plus, he always shoots a high percentage, over 50%.
He is right at 50% right now for the season. The lead is 7 inside of 11 minutes. Kevin Johnson knocks over Antoine Carr, and that will be an offensive foul. And I think that was a good call.
It was an excellent call. Both officials had it, okay? Both guys blew. You Phoenix, you're on the road. You want the call, all right? But he had absolutely no place to go. Just watch this. See that? He took it. Antoine was there.
How did Kevin Johnson at 190 pounds knock down Antoine Carr at 255? Phoenix playing 11 of their next 12 games on the road. A difficult January for him. Robinson, that'll be a foul on David Robinson. His 3rd over the back of Tom Chambers.
You know, when you're trying to rally and come back, what you like to see happen is when there is congestion and you have poor spacing in your offense, throw the ball back out, and then they'll throw it right back into you. Allow everybody to move out. Do not take on the chaos.
Kevin Johnson flowing by Avery Johnson, runs into traffic, but he does draw the whistle. And that foul will be on David Robinson. That'll be his 4th personal foul.
See, KJ is looking at this matchup, Avery Johnson on KJ, and saying, I'm taking you off the dribble with my right hand every time.
Kevin Johnson will be at the line to shoot a couple. He's perfect from the line tonight, 8 of 8. 16 points so far on the evening, make it 17.
You know, you look at KJ's career, and you realize that he's made the All-NBA 2nd team 3 times, and he's made the 3rd team once. He's really had a terrific career. And then when you think of the 20 points and 10 assists, where he's done it 3 times and only missed it by 1 for a 4th time.
Kevin stays perfect from the line, 10 of 10 in the free throw shooting this half. San Antonio 14 of 18. The Suns just 5 of 5 as David Robinson had to sit down as J.R. Reed came back into the lineup. Carr has it stripped by Kevin Johnson. Here comes Dumas. Antoine just has to grab.
Dumas. Oh, he had to. That was an easy 2-on-1. If Dumas would have cleared that traffic. You're going to see it right here. An excellent gamble by KJ right there. Now, as he's going out, he fouled him 1 time, but now he grabs him.
He says, if you're not going to whistle the first time, I'll do it again. Barkley also back into the lineup. 94-85. We have 10 minutes left to be played in this basketball game. And Avery Johnson called for a touch foul.
See, by running this set, Oliver Miller at the top of the circle, Kevin Johnson can switch hands, come off, and he's got a pick and roll at the top of the circle. If he blows by his man to the right side of the floor and Ainge's man helps, Ainge is open for a 3-point shot in the corner.
Now Ainge on top, giving it up to Johnson. Ainge cuts through the paint, as does Barkley. Dumas will let it fly short. Miller tipped it. Carr grabbed it. Avery Johnson has it knocked right into the hands of Oliver Miller by Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge's second block of the year, and it was a big one.
Danny's having a very productive game. In that first half, he had 10 points. This half, he's really making things happen, moving the ball, good defense.
Johnson from 20 doesn't get it. Twan another rebound. 9-point Phoenix lead. San Antonio cannot afford to just exchange baskets at this point. On top to Ellis, shot clock at 6. Reed backing in Barkley. Johnson to Elliott with 2 on the shot clock, and he rattles it home. Elliott with 21 for the ball game, but you're milking the clock.
Yeah, because see, Avery Johnson will not take that 18-foot jump shot. So you must make the next pass.
Barkley has done a spin move, and he's faded away from that point. We've got an illegal defense call. That'll be the first of the ball game. Frank Johnson will come back in. Maybe he'll get more than 30 seconds this time out. And Dan Marley with the left knee heavily taped. Also back in, Kevin Johnson and Richard Dumas will take a rest.
I asked Marley about that, and Dan said that he had arthroscopic surgery this summer. He's just wearing it as a little protection. It really doesn't bother him. He does not get any swelling.
20-second timeout. With the score, 87-94. The Phoenix Suns up by 7, 8-28. We've talked about the injury coming to the San Antonio Spurs with both Willie Anderson and Terry Cummings out of the lineup. Well, they're here tonight. In fact, Willie Anderson, Hubie, we talked to him prior to the game. This is his first workout he has been allowed to do since his major operation on the tibia of his leg. And there you see Willie Anderson on the right wearing the light sports coat.
Now you're talking Terry Cummings, 21 points a game. Willie Anderson, 16. You're talking a big 37 points a game, but also primetime scorer for you in Cummings, and a good defender and an excellent second guard in Anderson.
Cummings had the hat on. Ainge lets it go from 3. Doesn't get it. Antoine Carr, another rebound.
They need a score here. Must make something happen.
3 rebounds for Carr.
Look inside.
There it is. Antoine Carr, the finger roll won't go. That'll be an offensive foul.
Good call. And the reason why I said it is Reed had Danny Ainge down inside. Ainge was trying to get away from Reed. Reed was calling for the ball. See, Ainge just stepped right over and took the charge. That left Reed wide open.
Danny Ainge in his 12th year, they wanted him for his playoff experience and to make the team a little more tough. That's tough when you take a charge on Antoine Carr.
Plenty of time. 8 seconds.
Frank Johnson will let it fly. Nothing but net on his first shot of the ball game.
They didn't make you pay. You know, they can melt the clock. When you double team, Barkley and Kevin will always pass the ball to the open guy.
Elliott loses the handle. They're going to call a trip, I think, on Dan Marley. And that'll be Marley's second personal foul, and the Admiral David Robinson back in, and Antoine Carr is going to take a seat.
Now, Marley has really had a quiet game tonight. You know, he averages 16 points a game. He's their #1 defender, but he gets things done quietly.
Doing a little cleaning up underneath the basket. And it'll be Sean Elliott triggering the inbounds pass with 7:35 left to be played in the ball game. 4 team fouls for the Spurs, only 2 for the Suns. Elliott looking for Robinson. Miller on him, the double team by Johnson. Avery Johnson will let it go, and he buries it.
I'm happy for him because now maybe, you know, he'll look for that shot, and also when he's penetrating that he'll take it all away and try to score.
He is now 1 for 4. Avery Johnson having a new baby girl just a month ago. Barkley on Robinson. Interesting matchup there, Hubie. I like that. The 2 Dream Team members. Barkley goes to the right. Oh, David puts it in the
His fourth block. 2 seconds on the clock.
Phoenix wants a timeout. Look at it again.
You see how David went right away from Charles so that Charles could not dip the shoulder into David. Would not allow him any body contact that time.
We'll be back. It's time for tonight's Dutch Boy in the paint.
Well, you look at it, you see the Suns are 7 rebounds up, but then here's the difference in the game. We said when 2 equal teams play or you're on the road and the other club has a chance to beat you, all right, you look at it and you say, where do you get your easy baskets? Well, you get them on second shots and in transition, and you can see that the Suns are burying the Spurs in that category.
Points in the paint. Whoa. 2 seconds, Age lets it go. Hits nothing but air. And the shot clock goes off. Spurs have the basketball. They trail it by 7. Still a lot of time remaining. 6:50.
They're in good shape. The big thing is you'd like to see David Robinson involved or read. And then the last time Ellis had an open shot was a long time ago.
And he's short on that. Barkley tips it to himself and gives it up to Age. Miller running the court very well. David Robinson has not had a field goal since the second quarter. Marley inside to Barkley. The double team comes over.
Extra pass.
Miller, nope. 3 seconds in the lane.
It's all right. There was excellent ball movement there. You're coaching Phoenix, you say terrific. Barkley makes the quick pass out of the double team. They rotate. KJ hits the wide open guy on the baseline.
Still a 7-point advantage. Ellis, as you mentioned, Danny Ainge doing a nice job defensively on him. J.R. Reed over Barkley, doesn't get it. Only one white jersey near the basketball after it was shot.
See, once again, Kevin Johnson's man. Kevin is the double teamer. The assigned double teamer here tonight. Let their point guard wander.
Age works it around to Marley, inside to Barkley. Shot clock at 5. The turnaround doesn't get it. Since David Robinson has been guarding Charles Barkley, Charlie has the big 0. Now the Spurs, and this is their third chance to cut this 7-point advantage down.
You like to see them go work through with Elliott and David Robinson. Let them get in the game here.
Robinson is going to be hacked. Oliver Miller doesn't like the call and lets everybody in our audience know it.
It's a lot of contact down inside. That was a tough lob pass because the defender was not totally in front of Robinson. So Robinson, as he was going for it, there was a lot of congestion.
Paul Westphal wants a timeout, but his troops still lead it by 7. 7-point Phoenix lead at 96-89. 5:33 showing on the clock. How about the matchup of the Dream Teamers? 26 and 24, 9-8. 7 assists for Barkley, 4 blocks for David Robinson. Pretty even.
Well, we're looking at 2 major foul shots right now. Robinson knocks both of these in. You're only down 5. You have plenty of time to go, 5.5 minutes. The only problem is the next foul by San Antonio is the penalty.
David now 12 of 17 from the line. His 18th trip. Other scores tonight?
The people have a right to be upset because they're just, you know, you're not getting any layups. You're not getting any second shot baskets. Well, the easy points must come on the foul line.
San Antonio only 21 of 32 from the line tonight, but the lead is down to 6 inside of 5.5. Johnson on Johnson. Miller setting a pick and a half. Marley for 3, doesn't get it. Rebound, Oliver Miller muscled everybody. Last touch by Miller. We might have a ball game now. Avery Johnson will bring it across the timeline. How about the bench?
The bench contribution. Suns 31, the Spurs 8.
We talked about the bench of Phoenix, 40 points a game. Swing the ball around to Avery Johnson. Elliott spotting up in the far corner, wanting the basketball. Nobody seeing him. Robinson, the left-handed hook, won't find it. chased it down and lost it.
Look out long.
Barkley to Miller, taps it to Marley. Yes.
See your guards. Your guards must be back. Avery Johnson and Ellis were not even over half court. You've got to be back.
And Kevin Johnson committing the foul on the far end. What a tip pass, though, by Oliver Miller. This is not bad for a guy that is 295 pounds and stands 6'9".
Yeah, but like I tell you, Paul Westphal, in their game versus Golden State, he was out with the stress fracture. Said he's one of our smartest players. He has an outstanding vision. He's like a point guard. And he said the big thing is he can make the pass. And then he backs all that up with the rebounding and the shot blocking.
You and I have talked so many times about big men coming out of college with no game, with their back to the basket and passing skills that aren't what they should be. Oliver Miller's coming in with a pretty good package. What a steal by Dale Ellis. Snuck right behind.
Got an advantage. 3-on-2. They're going for the three.
Ellis for three. Yes. It goes. It's a two, they say now. It is not a three. A 4-point lead. 16,057 cheering.
Plenty of time here.
Shot clock at 10. Barkley on Robinson from behind the basket. J.R. Reed, the outlet to Johnson.
You have the numbers there. You've got the numbers.
Elliott for three. Once again, only one white jersey, though, in the paint after the shot.
The thing here is just got to set up. You're shooting the penalty on the next foul.
Last touch by Kevin Johnson.
Good hands that time by Avery Johnson.
Antoine Carr will check back into the lineup. And Avery Johnson getting fives from his teammates.
Now, with Antoine Carr coming in, Sean Elliott becomes the point guard. Your front line now, Antoine Carr, Reed, and David Robinson. So you have two guys who do not have an outside game here, okay?
Right.
At big forward and small forward. But if you play three-man basketball, and that's what they're doing, they're playing three-man game.
Robinson in traffic will be whistled for the foul. Dan Marley doesn't like it.
Now what John Lucas is doing now, by going with Reed and Antoine Carr and Robinson, you're really huge up front. He's putting Reed and Antoine Carr on the other side of the floor, playing three-man basketball. Robinson in the post, Ellis and Sean Elliott for your perimeter game. Smart basketball.
San Antonio now 18 for 23 in this half alone from the line. Suns have shot only 6.
The only negative when you go to a big lineup like this is can you get back in transition if you shoot and miss.
Robinson cuts the lead to 2, and they are standing at the Hemisphere Arena. Chambers has checked back into the lineup for Phoenix. Oliver Miller sits down. A 14-game win streak on the line. Marley for 3. It won't go. San Antonio can tie it up or take the lead.
Hey, Paul Westphal, very calm. When you average 13 threes attempts a game, you have to live with them when you don't make them.
Oh, Westphal's always calm. Robinson over Chambers. We are tied.
By playing three-man, Ron, you're not allowing them to double team you.
The lead was 12. We are knotted up with 2:40 left. Marley, the running right-hander. What a shot by Dan Marley.
Big shot. Baby hook in the lane.
15 for Marley for the basketball game.
Once again, Sean Elliott did an excellent job on KJ off the dribble.
KJ goes for the steal. Elliott tries to get away. Shot clock at 9. Robinson faces up. Goes up with the left hand. Off the glass. Won't go. Thought he had it. Wanted to foul. Didn't get it.
Got to get back.
He's got to be careful. He already has one technical foul called. 2 minutes left.
Really down 2 points. You just cannot lose your head. Got to keep the concentration. Both teams are shooting the penalty on any foul. Nice.
Barkley, they give him the baseline J, and he buries it because David Robinson wasn't anywhere near him.
And Charlie answers the fans.
He did just that. Well, the basket gives Phoenix a 4-point advantage, 102-98. He'll be one of the things you want to talk about, but they're going to call it a full timeout. Is the fact that San Antonio 2-7 in games decided by 6 or less. They have not played well in close basketball games.
Well, that was before John Lucas.
Exactly.
They lost a very close game by 3, but that all happened before. He's trying to wipe that out. We're going to show you why Phoenix is so tough. Kevin, he breaks the defense down. David Robinson steps in. That allows Barkley the open shot in the corner. Now you still have to make them. Big time production from Barkley.
It's a 4-point game. We've got 1:46 left.
Now, neither team has a 20, and you can see they're both sitting on good timeouts.
Avery Johnson breaking the pressure. Elliott goes to the far side, right on the 3-point line. Ellis will let it go, and he buries a 3!
Wow. Oh, my.
Danny Ainge was in his face.
Right on him, right on him.
It is a 1-point Phoenix advantage, and they have the basketball.
See, they all put it down.
Robertson, no, that's going to be an offensive foul on Chambers. Good call. His 5th.
Excellent defense rotation that time by San Antonio. Paul's a little exasperated. Just watch now. There it is right there. Ellis stepped in, and they also had the shot block out of it because he did not get fouled on that shot. You're going to see now. Tommy steps through. There it is right there in Ellis, and there's your shot block. Excellent defensive rotation by San Antonio.
Now John Lucas calling a 22nd timeout. His team trails it by 1, but 1:17 is an eternity for the first-year coach in John Lucas.
Now, the 3 previous possessions, San Antonio has gone to 3-man basketball. By that we mean they isolate 2 players, foul line above on the other side of the floor from the basketball. Then they play with 3 people on one side of the floor. And every time now, it's been on the right side. But they keep switching the people around. This puts a lot of pressure on the Phoenix Suns defense because any penetration that you try to help on, the opposite side, outside man is wide open for the shot.
The final minute and 10.
Here it is again. Reed and Ellis. Now they come across and screen for David Robinson.
Chambers playing with 5 personal fouls on Robinson. J.R. Reed did not expect that pass.
Well, you never throw the ball to a post-up player unless he calls for the ball. J.R. Reed was down low that time, fighting for position. But I cannot believe that Avery Johnson went away from David Robinson, okay?
Yeah. Elliott. Marley lets it go for 3, was halfway down, and David Robinson tipped it up and in.
Timeout right now, San Antonio. That was an incredible second shot attempt.
We give it to Barkley, but David Robinson really got the hand on it, pushed it up, it went through. It's a 3-point Phoenix lead, but there's still 42 on the clock.
We're going to show you this replay. Now watch David Robinson get position, and here comes Barkley, and watch his hand. There it is. He takes it right out of the grasp of Robinson and the tap. We're going to give you another angle. Here it is right here. Now that is incredible strength. Plus, how about the elevation for Barkley?
I said it was Robinson, my first mistake of 93. I promise you, that will be my last. I apologize.
You knew that it was for Charlie because as soon as he hit the floor, the 2 arms shot up in the air.
That's right.
Jubilee.
Slightly. Antoine Carr is checked into the lineup now for the San Antonio Spurs. They'll go with Elliott, Ellis, Johnson, Robinson, and Carr.
You have plenty of time, 42 seconds. You look at the situation and say that if you shoot the basketball within 8 to 10 seconds, okay, you're fine, right, because then they'll have to shoot and you're going to get a possession. So you got 2 possessions. Big thing is to make something good happen on this possession.
You don't need the 3 at this point.
No, absolutely not. You can't waste a lot of time.
Not shaking and baking out there. Now they finally get into Robinson with 12 on the shot clock.
They've wasted too much time.
Avery Johnson has it knocked away by Barkley. Roll the videotape in the truck.
And that's the way to end it. That was a big-time basket. Now you see the advantage of taking the shot within 8 to 10 seconds was negated by San Antonio with all of that dribbling and going nowhere. And then finally, when Robinson did make the catch, he's double-teamed and has to pass, and then he had to pass out. And then you end up with, in the forest, great shot block, and how about this? Send it home strong. Dan Marley. Here it is right here. Great shot block once again. Charles Barkley in the middle of the action.
Well, if you think this action is hot and heavy, wait till Tuesday night right here on TNT, beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be the Lakers and the Bulls with Bob Neal and Doug Collins all getting underway at 8 o'clock Eastern. And on Friday, we'll bring you the Knicks and the Orlando Magic with Gary Bender and Hubie Brown. A big week here on TNT, and also a big Sunday night. It's our first of 8 Sunday night games. Nice reaction by Charles Barkley. Now, this is the guy that says they're playing too emotional. He runs over and picks up Kevin Johnson.
Now, all Barkley has, 30 points, 11 rebounds, plus he gets the big tap at the one end and the big shot block at the other.
Big stat, Hubie. 14 and 3 versus teams over 500.
Oh, you love
Impressive.
that. You know, very, very seldom do you even see that in the NBA. That is a terrific stat for them. And then they bury you if you're a team under 500.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Phoenix Suns, if they do, in all likelihood will hang on. That'll last 19.8 seconds. This will be their 8th consecutive road victory, which will tie a club record. Of course, they're 15th in a row, and they have not lost since November 28th when they dropped the game to Golden State, 134 to 131.
Now, you had 19 seconds to go. The big thing here is that you take whatever they give you quick, but it's got to be a quick score. You have the ball at half court. You want to score either a 2, or if they give you the open 3 because you have so many, terrific outside three-point shooters, fine. But if you can score within 2 or 3 seconds, put on your full court press and hope for a turnover. Don't assume that they're going to get the basketball in bounds.
San Antonio with no timeouts remaining in the game. Phoenix still with 3, which is elementary right now. Now Antoine Carr is going to have to pop out. Barkley is called for the foul.
All right, now, you go to the foul line right now and you make 2. You're still only down 3.
By 3.
All right, you're only down 3, and you have 17 seconds to go. But the pressure to make the 2 foul shots and then to put on the full court press and make something happen defensively, even if you force them to call timeout.
Antoine on the year, just 78%, and that is his first shot from the line tonight.
You cannot allow them a miss and a second shot score. Now, okay, now you match up, you go all over, and you're hoping that you can make a steal here.
We've got a whistle and a quick foul. That'll be on Antoine Carr with 15.5 seconds showing on the clock. So really, they've only lost 4.3 seconds, but Danny Ainge is going to the line, one of the better free throw shooters at 85%.
Danny has always been an outstanding foul shooter. 6th all-time in three-point shooting at 40%. A lot of people forget, played in 1 All-Star game.
He's got the first. They'll have a bonus as the lead is back up to 4, 15.5 on the clock, and we'll sign a 3-year deal with the Phoenix Suns. Danny will be celebrating his 34th birthday in March.
Well, come on now you must make it happen.
You got to do it quickly.
Happen quick.
Carr will let it go from 3. He doesn't get it. Robinson will just put it back up for an easy 2.
Now, you got to try for the steal. They call timeout, they help you. But you cannot assume that they will take the ball out at half court.
Right.
Because they have the option to either take it on the end line or at the half court area.
What is the advantage?
The advantage is that you string out the defense. It gives you more area in order to make a pass. It's more difficult for them to double team because when you're at half court, The angles are cut down.
4.3 seconds remaining to be played in the basketball game, and the Phoenix Suns have the basketball. They have 2 timeouts remaining. San Antonio does not have any.
By moving the ball to half court, what you're saying is that you'll make the inbounds pass, but more important, if they make the steal, they have a longer distance to cover it. The big thing now is if you don't make the steal, you got to foul quick.
The ball's loose. San Antonio had it. They tip it.
Yes.
With Wallace. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, 4/10 of a second. They're calling timeout. They'll move the ball now to half court.
Oh, my, Hubie, have you ever seen anything like that in your life?
That's why you always say an NBA game is never over, okay? And in that situation, you never pass the ball across, okay, in front of the half court, but you never do that. Because if they make the steal, they can go right down the floor. Now we're going to show you this. You always like to pass the ball up towards the corner because here it is right here. There's the steal. You know you're not going to get contact. All right, boom, big score. Give them their due. That was an incredible play. I'm just surprised that they took the ball out of bounds at half court, okay? I thought they would take it on the baseline and then open up the floor.
Heads up, though, by Dale Ellis and Sean Elliott, and I lied, my second mistake of 93.
Now, you have 4/10 of a second. That means, with the new rules in the NBA, that as long as you catch it and shoot it without a dribble, just catch it and shoot it, they take 3/10 of a second is all that you need. Now, the big thing that the Suns must prevent against is a lob pass, okay, to the front of the basket, and the guy catches the lob and dunks it on you. The other thing is switch all screens and do not allow them to get a guy wide open to catch the pass from out of bounds.
0.4 left. John Lucas looking to go 5-1 on the year for the Phoenix Suns. Looking to win their 15th straight. Let's take a look at Charles Barkley's reaction to the whole play. Standing, waiting for the best. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
gracious.
well, see, the pressure's always on the guy out of bounds. It always sounds so easy. This isn't high school and college where you can pass the ball into the back court. You've got to pass the ball into the front court, and if they take away the passing angle, he has to have presence of mind to call a timeout. Okay, they had 2 timeouts left. All right, now, or you pass the ball up the floor towards your basket into the corner. That's what I said. Put it up there. Now if they intercept it, so what? They have a long distance to go.
Exactly.
But right now, the pressure's on because they can get a good shot, Ron, if they can free a guy up. And the big thing to always do, don't worry about mismatches here. The big thing is that A, don't give them the lob to the front of the rim, and B, switch out on any guy coming out towards half court.
Phoenix with just 1 timeout. San Antonio doesn't have any. Phoenix 8 turnovers in this quarter alone, and right in front of us, it'll be Dan Marley triggering the inbounds pass. He'll be met by Antoine Carr. Let's see if Twan gets a ball game.
It should be all over him. Do not allow him to pick out a player to make the pass.
4/10 of a second. Phoenix ball.
And that is the delay of game call. They wanted to see exactly what Phoenix was setting up. That's pretty common in the NBA right now.
Good move.
Yep, good move. Rex Hughes has to be told by the official to get back off the court.
Yeah, right.
And John Lucas.
Well, Lucas is yelling at his guys, okay?
Yeah.
He's yelling at Reed and Elliott. How can there be any confusion? You play your own man. There's the lot right to the front.
Nobody touched it, and that means with 4/10, San Antonio can win it.
San Antonio ball.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
The game is never over in this league.
And with 19-8, I said it was over. That's
on that pass to Barkley, going to the front of the rim. Ellis got away with a push and pushed Barkley right off of the spot.
Phoenix, 9 turnovers. West comes in.
Now remember, San Antonio, no timeouts left. So now you have to run something which you always practice, but has John Lucas had the chance to put anything like this in?
They got 6 guys on the court. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is this incredible?
That is a technical foul.
That's right. You have 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor.
Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on the floor. Oh, my goodness. And 6 Phoenix Suns on And wait a minute, it's not going to be a technical foul. I kind of like an explanation of that. Charles Barkley can't believe it.
No, they did not call that. Well, you know why? Because they didn't give the guy the ball yet. Right, there was so much congestion. All right, here we go. There's the lob.
Robinson lets it go at the buzzer, and it hits the side of the backboard. He had a look at it, Hubie.
You wanted another miracle, didn't you?
Well, John Lucas says, I believe in miracles because I am one. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta, he had a miracle tonight. We are tied heading into OT. EJ?
Thank you, Ron Thulin. The Spurs 0-2 in overtime, and Phoenix playing its first overtime game of the season. Spurs trying to make them earn that 15th straight win tonight. Elsewhere in the league tonight, the Clippers taking on the Boston Celtics. LA had won in overtime at Madison Square Garden yesterday. Tonight, they try on Boston Garden and a couple of former Knick teammates, Xavier McDaniel, Mark Jackson. Glad to see each other. Ron Harper, the big Stanley Roberts 4-point Clipper lead in the third. Ala Abdelnaby, 17 points in the third period. Look at him work the lane. Boston down by 2. The Clippers' Danny Manning, 18 points in the fourth period. This thing was tied with a few minutes to go, and Chris Ford's guys pull away, and it's Ala Abdelnaby. Spin, bank, money. Boston snaps a 4-game losing streak. They win it at home 120-112. They're going to overtime in San Antonio. We go back to Ron Thulin and Hubie Brown.
Good call. Thank you, Joe. We are back, 107 apiece in overtime. Joe Forte, the official, telling us that was indeed the call with 6 men on the basketball court. You called it right. They did not give the inbounds player the ball, so therefore it really wasn't in play. So we're going to 5 minutes of OT. Count the players. Avery Johnson bringing it in. You've got 6.
No, right here. This is what for the regular play. See, Chambers is already off the court now. The 6-think situation.
San Antonio.
That's right. But, we had 6 on 6 at one time.
Yeah, that's right. This time. Now we've got 5 on 5, and it's a fresh start. San Antonio has trailed by as many as 12. They trailed by 10 at the end of 3. Robinson winning the tip with Barkley. The only person in foul trouble, Hubie, is Tom Chambers with 5, and he is in the game. Robinson, strong to the paint. The first time he has taken it to the hole on Tom Chambers.
That's there. No way Tommy can stay with him because he can go strong or he can come back with the reverse dribble.
The chant of defense. Antoine Carr lets Chambers go by him. Robinson with a block number 5. Ellis for 3. Doesn't get it off the back of the iron. Just a touch too strong.
Right now, Chambers is your center. But David Robinson is playing Charles Barkley.
Dumas backing in on Elliott. Takes a strong Elliott with the rejection.
That was a great defensive play because Dumas jumped right back into his chest.
Barkley over Robinson doesn't get it. Antoine Carr the rebound. A lot of people left with 19-8 left here at Hemisphere, and they're all filing back in. 2-point Spur lead. Elliott left alone for the J. Short. Ellis overrides the rebound.
They're opening up the floor for KJ. Now he wants the high screen and roll with Barkley.
Barkley keeps rolling. Robinson on KJ.
They should go over and into Barkley.
Barkley knocked Avery Johnson to the floor. No foul call, but it is the 5th personal foul called on David Robinson.
See, that was a switch. Avery Johnson switched off on Barkley. Barkley took him right into the low post. I was surprised that they went away from that. If they came to the left side of the floor, they had Barkley on a post-up. But when that shot went up, Barkley put Avery Johnson down on the floor to open himself up for that rebound.
Phoenix has only missed 2 free throws tonight. They are 20 of 22. Barkley now 7 of 8 from the stripe. He has 31 points. Put 12 rebounds on top of that and 7 assists. 1 point, San Antonio advantage.
They say they're going to run a back screen on David Robinson, so now you pop Elliott out, see, in case there was a switch. Here's your two-man game now.
Elliott on Dumas.
This is good. Good basketball.
Robinson, a rainbow from the corner, won't find the net.
Without the double team, I don't understand why David keeps throwing that fadeaway jump shot. He can just take Chambers right into the post.
He's only 9 of 20 from the floor tonight, which shows you he's shooting a lot of outside shots. Dumas baseline on Elliott. That may be an offensive foul. Is indeed that.
That was a very good call. That was a quick spin move, but he jumped right back into the defensive player. Now just watch this. Now watch it. See, he catches him with the forearm first, and then he stepped right back in and caught him with his rear.
We've got a timeout. 2:41 left in overtime, and it is the San Antonio Spurs 108, 109, Phoenix 108. Now let's go to Atlanta with Ernie Johnson.
All right, thank you, Ron. Let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks, folks. They were 9-3 in November, followed that up with a 2-12 December, trying to start January 2-0 at home tonight as they take on the Los Angeles Lakers. We go to the highlights from the Bradley Center. Mike Dunleavy had lost to his former team 3 weeks ago tonight. Here's James Worthy. Here's Vlade Divac. No problem. 10 points in the first half for Vlade. Milwaukee comes back. Look at Eric Murdoch working against Divac. Over him and off the glass. Bucks with a 4-point lead, and Blue Edwards goes to work. He had 31 points in a win over Atlanta last night. Into the paint. It goes for him, and then strong into the paint for the jam. 11-point lead there. Of course, the highlight of the night, folks, was the sneak preview we got of the Dallas Mavericks highlight film. This is entertaining stuff here, isn't it, folks? And you see it only here on TNT. Just kidding, actually, that was the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's 106-94. The Bucks with the lead over the Lakers with about a minute to play at the Bradley Center. Now, back to OT at Hemisphere. Ron Thulin and Hubie Brown.
You're cold, Ernie. You're starting out the new year cold. 109-108 is our score. Turnovers in the fourth quarter, Hubie, really plagued Phoenix.
Well, for Phoenix to play such a inspired game on the road and really look like they had total command, for them to come in with 10 turnovers, you know, in that short period of time is so uncharacteristic of this ball club. It's a team that, you know, that really doesn't turn the ball over a lot, and they play at such a high rate of speed.
Final 2:35 of overtime. We're tied at 107 at regulation. Alley-oop, a little too hard. David Robinson had it.
But they had it. He was open.
Kevin Johnson to the hole. He's going to be fouled on the play. Let's hope it's on Antoine Carr if you're a San Antonio fan. And it's on Robinson. He's gone.
That was just an outstanding explosion by KJ Johnson. Because as he went into that lane area, it looked like he was going up on the right side. He brought it back.
Oh, Antoine Carr wanted the foul called on him. Let's take a look at it.
We're going to show it to you now. Now watch as he gets by his man and he goes down inside. See, he brings it back with the left hand. They're saying that Robinson hit him from the back.
Oh.
Now let's see where the foul is. There it is, right on side of the head. Yeah, he got him.
And David will sit down. 33 points, 11 rebounds to go along with 5 block shots. J.R. Reed will have to come into the lineup. So David sits down. Reed comes back in. So right now, San Antonio will be going with Reed, Avery Johnson, Antoine Carr, Sean Elliott, and Dale Ellis. Marley, Ames, Johnson, Chambers, and Barkley for Phoenix. Kevin Johnson, 11 for 11 from the line tonight. 19 points. As Phoenix improves to 21 for 24 from the start. One point, Phoenix lead, final 2:18.
They're going to play three-man basketball here. They're going to cut Ellis right off of J.R. Reed into the post. And then they come across. Now you have Antoine Carr.
Chambers playing with 5 fouls. They give Avery a lot of room to go. Throws it up. He's got it. Playground move.
Now you know, he looked for the pass all the way. How he even got it up is miraculous.
He saw some cord hanging up there and figured the basket's got to be pretty close by. Kevin Johnson. Antoine Carr fixed it. J.R. Reed's got it.
Well, if you go down the floor and look, Avery Johnson should be open here.
Ellis for three. Oh, my goodness. Woo.
A big three by Ellis, who is second in three-point shots made in the history of the NBA. Stuck with it while he was in the air. Miraculous shot. Now, this is just incredible. How about the courage to take a three with the defender right in your face? Dale Ellis, second in 3 points made, second only to Adams from Washington.
Now it is Kevin Johnson with his team trailing by 4.
Plenty of time here. You just want to play regular basketball.
Ainge for three, and he answers it.
That's part of their game. Danny Ainge this year coming into this game was 44 for 103, shooting 43% in threes.
Dale Ellis hitting his 800th career three, now working on Danny Ainge.
Yeah, I liked that originally. Ainge fought Ellis really tough that time, did not allow him to post up. This guy's dribbling around. You got to get something out of this.
To Ellis. He turns. Back to Johnson. One on the shot clock. Lets it go. Blocked by Danny Ainge, and that'll be a violation.
That block was by Tommy Chambers. That was terrific. You see, Avery Johnson is dribbling too much. Video story. Don't dribble air out of the ball and have everybody else watching you as the seconds are going down. Great step out that time by Chambers. San Antonio needs a prime-time defensive move.
1 point lead. Chambers, shot clock at 10. The ball on the way, no good. Avery Johnson came down with it. Loose ball, foul, Phoenix.
I'll tell you, that little rascal was up in there between KJ and Ainge. That was a major rebound. Now it's a loose ball foul. You take it on the side. Neither team is in the penalty as of yet.
That was Danny Ainge's 4th. 114, 113. That's the time remaining on the right-hand portion of your screen.
You got to make it count here now because you know that Phoenix is going to have plenty of time.
JR on Barker. Backing in. The double team comes. Reed, the fall away, doesn't get it. And Phoenix can have the last shot.
They're not calling a timeout. They're coming right down and flow. Here's your high pick and roll.
Garland, that's the game time remaining. Shot clock turned off. Chambers, baseline, doesn't get it. Rebound, Elliott's got it. Got a foul. Over to Avery Johnson. And the win streak of the Phoenix Suns is now history. Paul Westphal pleading to the officials at center court. He is wanting a foul. He said, hey, we fouled him with about 5 seconds left. Meanwhile, John Lucas getting a hug from general manager Bob Baskin. Boy, Westphal, you don't see Paul get upset too often, Hugh Brown.
No, well, they were trying to stop the clock, but if, you know, you're at the mercy of the referees that they will make the call.
Right. And the final score, it'll be 114-113. The San Antonio Spurs are 5-1 under John Lucas. They have won. They won tonight 114-113. And joining us now is David Robinson, who fouled out in overtime, and he finished with 33 points, 11 rebounds. First of all, David, you're fouling out with 2:22. A lot of people thought this baby's over, but kudos to your teammates for hanging tough.
Oh, man, that was a clutch three-pointer by Dale. And he hits those kind of shots. That's part of his character, but we really hung tough. That was, wow, that was a tough ending for us. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You see?
No, I was going to tell you that fourth quarter we came in, and we really had to change momentum because they were just playing, you know, with so much confidence. I think early in the game they were a little bit tentative.
Yes.
And we couldn't take advantage of it. And then in the fourth quarter, You know, we came in there, we talked about it, we said we're going to change the tempo a little bit. We're going to try to let me touch the ball a little bit more down in the block. And I really think that paid off. I hit a couple of buckets down low, and then, you know, we moved the ball around and started to get some better buckets. But the defense is what was the key. I think down the last 5 minutes, he put me over on Barkley, and then defensively we picked it up, and we were able to stop him. And I think that's kind of, you know, Barkley was so good before, and then the overtime he was a little bit slower.
Big strategy by John during the game, putting Elliott on KJ when you looked like you were 10 down and you were going to get blown out of the building.
Well, I tell you what, you know, he's been playing Sean at point guard a lot this year. And I think he's getting more confidence in Sean's ability to guard the smaller guys because we've had to do it in the past. And Sean's done a pretty good job. And tonight, he did a pretty good job. We were trying to help him as much as we could. They like to set that foul line screen, and we stopped their penetration from the top, helped.
I got a question, David. We talked about it during the game, and you have a chance not to defend yourself, but maybe tell us why. A lot of your shots were out front. We thought that you can move on Tom Chambers a lot of the times, but you stayed out front. Why?
Well, I think, you know, for me, I like to drive to the basket, and I think when I get a guy like Tom Chambers and I want to drive past him, you know, they keep wanting to post me up on the block on him, and then I want to face up to him a little bit more. And so I'm kind of in that in-between spot where I want to kind of drive and they want to post me up and say, let's go on the block and let's go do some more things. And you know, it takes me a little while to get going on the block and making my moves. And I was kind of inconsistent with that tonight.
Do you feel, David, that you've got to block all the penetration that comes into the paint? Because in the early part of the game, in that first half, they really hurt you guys on second shots. You look at the stat, Robinson, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, and you guys have given up 14 second half points. Yeah. Now, did you change anything in the second half from the defensive standpoint?
Well, we tried. The third quarter we didn't. They still got some good curls, and they got right to the basket. And we cannot allow them to get right to the basket, and they did that quite a bit in the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, we were much better. We did not let them get the curls, make that penetration. I remember Dan Marley getting right to the basket, Barkley curling right into the paint, and we stopped that in the fourth quarter. No more easy buckets. And it puts a lot of pressure on me because I can't block every shot, especially when they got strong guys like Barkley getting that kind of position. But that's the key. When we play just straight up defense and try to keep them out of the paint area, generally I can get to most of the shots, and we're a pretty good defensive team.
Now, how about when you played 3-man basketball tonight? Thought that was a great move by John in the fourth quarter.
That's something we've been practicing in the last couple of practices, and he talked about us trying to go to that more because we do have such scoring potential, and it really did work tonight. It made us a better team.
Well, David, I've talked to you a lot after games, and this is probably the most excited I've seen you after.
I don't get too geeked up very often, but I tell you what, that was a comeback.
Too geeked up?
Geeked up, that's what I say when I get fired up. But I tell you what, we came back from, we were pretty flat there at the end of the third quarter, and we made a couple runs at them, and you know, I really knew we needed to pick it up and change the whole pace of the game, and we were so fortunate to be able to send this thing in overtime.
Now all we need to find out if you're going to have a boy or a girl any day now, right? You and your wife.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited about that. You'll see me fired up then.
Well, congratulations.
114-113 is our final. Now let's go back to Atlanta and Ernie Johnson.